Hello everybody, and welcome back. We're on question number 4, which says if f of x is ln of x plus 5, then f inverse of x equals. Now I'd like to take a moment to just point out that if you didn't remember in the last question about e to the x and our good buddy ln, if ln just escaped your memory, reading question 4 might jog your memory and you might say, oh, well, couldn't I have used that in D? It's important to remember these questions don't exist in a vacuum. And oftentimes I've found in the past that sometimes, if I can't remember a specific piece of theory for question number 5 or something like that, if I keep reading, they'll actually tell me or give me a hint or use the piece of information that I just couldn't remember in a later question, on, say, question 12. Okay? So it's very, very important that you don't just treat question 3 as question 3 and I'm never going to look at anything else. And as soon as I'm done or as soon as I give up on question 3, I'm never coming back to it. Absolutely not. If something catches your eye in a later question, by all means go back and try question 3, 4, 5, anything like that. Okay? So ln should be jogging our memory at this point. And we're just being asked to find the inverse. Well, we talked about this in question 3. How do we do this? So y equals ln of, I think it was x plus 5. Let's just go back and double check. Yeah, x plus 5. What am I going to do? Well, I swap the x's and y's, and then I try to solve to get y equals. Okay. And the way I tend to do this is I read the side that has the y's aloud. Okay. It's ln of y plus 5. So if I were to plug in values, if I plugged in, say, y equals 1, first I would plus the 5, then I would ln. Okay? And so when I try and algebraically rearrange this sort of thing, I like to cancel out my operations, and they should be canceled out in the reverse order. So first we plus 5, then we ln, so ln is the first thing I cancel out. And I need to remember ln of x cancels out with e to the x. So if I want to get rid of this ln, let's raise both sides as exponents. E to the x and e to the ln of y plus 5. If you need to write this intermediate step, by all means. But the e and the ln cancel out, and I'm left with y plus 5. Now I read again, y plus 5. The plus 5 is the last thing I do. In fact, it's the only thing I do. So to just get y on its own, we subtract by 5 on both sides. So e to the x minus 5. That's going to be our inverse function, e to the x minus 5. And so is that one of our possible answers? Absolutely. It's B right here. So that's what we would bubble in on our Scantron. And off we go to question 5.